Good morning. This is Russ and Kitty Walden with Father's Heart Ministry, and this is the daily prophetic word. Now, once a week, we take time to do two things. Number one, if the daily prophetic word is a benefit to you, go to the profile, or Periscope profile, and share the link that you find there with your friends. And I was looking this morning, so many of you on Twitter have been retweeting and commenting and sharing the Periscope broadcast, and I want to thank you for that. It's how word gets out about what we're doing and how we're doing it, and we're just so appreciative. Just as God has called us to be an advocate for the prophetic, there are so many of you that are generous and loving advocates of what we do. Word of mouth is just the most reliable way to seek out, find, and connect with people that do enjoy and do receive from and benefit from that which God has called us to do. This is not something that we do before we go to our day job. Kitty and I both, some years ago, came out of the business world, came out of the medical management profession to do this full time, and which leads us to the second thing we do once a week is, everybody has a paycheck. The scripture says that if there are those that sow spiritual things into your life, it's just fitting and appropriate that natural things be sown back, because just as you have a pay window that makes it possible to put a roof over your head, even so, you represent our pay window. Ask the Father what response from you he would be disposed to be pleased with, and go to propheticnow.com and leave a donation in support of Father's Heart Ministry. I was looking at Matthew 10:40 today. Jesus said, "He that receives you receives me. He that receives me receives him that sent me. He that receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward." I really like that, because the mention there of the prophet is the only specific mention Jesus made of the fivefold ministry. Of the other fivefold ministries, he mentions the prophet specifically as being worthy of receiving your support. So ask the Father, what do you give? You give what the Lord tells you to give. It's not about responding to manipulation. It's not about being handled in such a way that you're willing to part with your resources. It's one thing. Do what you see the Father do. You know the voice of God. Listen to the voice of God and respond. And He'll be pleased. We'll be benefited. The purposes of God that's represented by this small footprint of ministry that we're pursuing will be maintained. How do you donate? There are several ways you can donate. Go to propheticnow.com. You could donate through PayPal. If you don't like PayPal, we have something called Square that doesn't require any kind of membership, and you can give there. There's an address where you can mail in your support. And there's also a phone number that you can call in and give a donation over the phone. We try our best. There's even some in third world countries that want to donate, and we have the means by which you can do that through Western Union. Your giving is so appreciated. There's so many faithful partners. We don't take your love and your support for granted. And we just pray that the prophet's reward will be yours. Now, what is the prophet's reward? Well, you receive, divided into your life, that for which God put the prophet in the earth. And 2 Chronicles 20:20 says the prophet is here that you might prosper. The prophetic is here to bring you to breakthrough, to cause you to achieve those marks in your destiny that manifest the purposes of God and the provisions of God. So, Father, I thank you for those that choose to give. I thank you for those that value what we do beyond just the sentiments of acceptance, that they want to get behind what we do and partner with what we do. And we acknowledge them. We acknowledge them, and we thank you for turning hearts toward that transaction that results in support, that causes them to receive the net-breaking catch and causes us to be able to continue to do the things that you've called us to do, Father. So go to propheticnow.com, click on the donation link, And with our thanks and appreciation, we acknowledge what God has spoken to you to do and give you our deepest appreciation. The Father says today that your sonship is secure. You have been born again, beloved, of the incorruptible seed, says the Father. When you gave your life to me, I then, at that very moment, planted within you, I conceived within you the seed of myself. I put within you a portion of myself that is just now, at this moment, gestating and coming to the birth on the inside of you. My image is being made evident, being made more evident in your life and in your person than ever before. Others may look and not understand, but realize this. I have no interest. I did not go to the cross to induct you into religious culture. You have my permission this day to circumvent the artificial religious culture established by man that holds no power. Step into that which is real, substantial, and dynamic. Step into the life of my Spirit, what my Spirit is currently producing and duplicating within you. They have said you cannot be genuine unless you conform to their expectations. Who are they anyway? You've been pressured to be a cookie-cutter Christian, but that did not originate with me, says the Father. I am the God that never planted anything in a row. I have not called you to conformity to man's way of thinking, no matter how lofty their titles or how high their opinion is of themselves. Set all that aside. Do not be distracted by those who put their expectations upon you. You must accept and realize that you owe no man nothing except to love him. Move on. Have the civility and the dignity to love them and move on, seeking that city that Abraham looked for. This is that city, that relationship, and that family whose builder and maker is none other than myself that I am bringing you into. There I have prepared a place for you by my side, here by me. There you will lay down your life like a drink offering and know what it is to walk with me, robed in righteousness as an obedient son and a loving daughter of my hand. God bless you. Have a great day.